Hi guys, today I'm going to continue to show you a little bit more of the origami, and in my classroom my 6th graders once again have been making all kinds of origami, but you know, some of my 7th and 8th graders might be wanting to join in on some of the easy origami. So what I have here is I have a jumping frog. So when you're done with this guy's glued down. I can't really take him off right now, but I'll show you how he jumps. So this one is a full 8.5 by 8.5. So if you have any printer paper at home, that's exactly what you're going to be getting, is an 8.5 by 8.5. Let's go ahead with, oh, here's another version. This one's more like a, I think this is maybe like a 5 or 6 inch piece of paper, but you can kind of see the size difference here. Once again, he got glued down. He's not jumping anymore, but he's definitely 3D and he's kind of fun to make. So what might you use these for? Well, you can obviously glue them down on something. You can also have, you know, if you have brothers and sisters at home, you can make frogs together and then have a jumping contest, which I will tell you a story about the jumping contest with my own children at home. All right, so to begin with, I have a couple of supplies here I wanted to show you. So first of all, this is an 8.5 by 8.5. You can make this even easier. On this one, I don't know if I cut that right. Let me double check. So what we have here, oh yeah, I did. Okay, so what I have is, if you have a piece of printer paper at home, a regular piece of printer paper, if you fold it like this, and then you take a pair of scissors and cut the extra off, that'll get you a square. On this one, I went ahead and made, what's this one? I think this is 8 inches by 4 inches. Yeah, that's accurate. So anything that you have like this direction, like it could be 3 by 6, it could be 8 by 4. So the important thing here is that it goes like this. You can fold it in half, and if you fold it in half, it's going to be the same length here and the same length here. So you're just wanting to make that the same way. All right, so then what that leads you to is, this one's a little bit of a shortcut. This one's a little bit of like a fun trick that you can work on. You can tell your parents you need $1 for art class. We'll see how far that gets you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold my paper end to end, and then the other direction also, and then what you're going to have is an X. All right, after you have that, I'm making a pink frog apparently because I ran out of green paper, whatever color you have. All right, so then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it into a rectangle like this. Okay, now what you should have is a piece of paper that you can fold this way. I'll flip it over. Let's see it this way. You can fold it this way, and you can fold it this way. Those folds should already be in there from, or the creases should tell you where to fold from before. All right, let's go ahead and open that back up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the end, and we're going to cross it the other direction, bring it over. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, where we're going to take this, fold it in, and fold this down. All right, now what you should see is that you have an X up here and you have an X down here. All right, I'm going to let you catch up for just a moment because I think you might be somewhere close, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and redo mine on the green paper. So I actually don't want pink frog. All right, I need to go get myself some green paper. I hope you guys are enjoying your first, well, I guess this is your first day of remote. You guys always have Friday as remote. So this is Friday for me. You're probably seeing this on Monday, Tuesday next week. All right, so what you have is an X up here and an X down here. The next fold is an important one, and the more and more you get into origami, the more and more you're going to see this fold again and again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold, I like to hold this side down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these in. You can kind of see how that folds. Now, if it's not folding real well to the center, just kind of take this and kind of like I have my fingers underneath here. I'm taking those so that the folds go all the way in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, push them in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top of this and fold this down. I'm going to see how many of you out there are, oh, this is arguing. This is what I call arguing with the paper right now. It's like, no, I will not. Tell you what, you are better and bigger than that piece of paper. And work with it, reason with it. Don't keep arguing with it. Just like let it know who's boss. Okay, yay, it worked. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do that same thing on the other side. You're gonna take that and kind of fold it in. Sometimes refolding and like, there you go. That one worked well for me. I kind of had to refold it just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take those in, and I'm going to take this top part down. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, I had a student the other day bring up a movie about origami, if you haven't seen it yet. A little obscure movie, kind of Japanese, I would call it quite anime. But if you haven't seen Kubo, I would really recommend watching Kubo. Maybe you'll remember to put that in the description. All right, so what you're going to do here is you're going to take that up, fold it in this way. Kubo is a great Japanese animated story about a little boy who paper folds, and he's got such an imagination. Will you learn any origami from Kubo? No, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good movie. All right, so just keep folding all 4 of those in. Let me know in the comments if you watch this and if you've seen Kubo. It's good. All right, so now what you have are all of these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this and fold it down this way. So I folded it in half before. Now I'm folding it in half again. What's important about whenever you fold it in half this way is that these are sticking out. Make sure that you pause and make sure that yours is looking like mine. Take this, fold it out. Once again, you're doing the same repeat thing. All right, so fold it out and make sure that these corners kind of stick up. All right, and what we have is that's gonna be his feet. Flip it over. You can see that he starts to kind of spring just a little bit, but it doesn't really look like a frog. So let's make this happen. What I want you to see is that these are the back feet. These are the front feet. You can switch around, it doesn't really matter. Those are not feet. Make sure it's pointed this way. Or you can also make sure that this line just goes across the back right here. All right, now what we're going to take is we're going to make one end the rear. So we're going to take that and fold it up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the point. You can kind of take that and just kind of like mark where I want it to go. Just stick my finger on there. Is that really important? No, this kind of helps it. All right. This is the part where I'm going to fold it towards the tip down here. We're going to make it kind of like a dart. Fold that this way, fold it this way, make those match. Alright. Yay! Alright, now what we're going to do is, it's not really very jumpy right now. Now we're going to put the spring in him. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and flip it over. Right now he needs to do a workout. He needs to do a sit-up. Make him go, arr! So fold him down. Fold, fold, fold. Oh, relax. Now he's going to flip over. So this step right here is the most important step of all of it. We're going to take this and right about in the center, this is his back legs right here. So right about in the center, I'm going to take that and we're going to fold that in half. So you can think of it kind of like he tries to get up, he tries to throw his legs back. He can't. He just can't. So I'm going to take that and press it down. Make sure it's like really nice and crisply folded. you can flip it over, and here's the jumping. Here's the jumping part. So much fun. You just take that, use your finger like a spring. It's gonna like slide off the back and it jumps. He really does jump. So you can take this and have fun with it. Show your siblings. Have like a little. Be nice to them. Have a little jumping game. So I told you I was going to tell you a story about my frog. You can see like who can get it to flip and like do all sorts of things with this one. So I had my daughters make frogs with me, and then I had them jumping. It's like, let's have a jumping contest. Let's see who can make it jump. You can phrase it very carefully. You have to say, let's see who can make it go the furthest. So I had them go first, and I had them jump. And then the next kid jumped. Then I took mine and threw it. That's the kind of mom I am. All right, so I hope you enjoyed your frog making. Once again, you can do this with just about anything. At the next part of this, you can fast forward me, but I am going to be folding this guy into a frog also. So right now you can kind of like, you can speed me up if you want. That's fine. Or if you're still here with me, hey. Okay, so I need to take this and see where there's like a little gap here. So I guess all the people who fast forward be like, missed all that. Fold it in half. Get rid of that. Okay, we just don't need to see that extra. This way. It does help if your dollar bill is kind of crispy. It's like a nice new dollar bill. And tell your parents you need a dollar bill for art class. You don't need a $20 bill. You can. Let's see here. Little secrets. I just don't want to see these. That's why I'm folding them in. Doing the exact same thing. The only thing was that centerpiece. Just had to like get rid of some extra without cutting your dollar. Nice. Oh, this cracks me up. These frogs jump so well. I kind of wish I would have had the face on the other side. All right, guys, have fun. Bye.